Hi guys, it's Chris from Combo, and I'm here with the new Acer Predator tablet. Now this is, as far as I can recall, Acer's first gaming tablet. I know it's been attempted a few times by companies such as Arcos, usually with pretty crap results. But hopefully Acer's managed to nail it with the Predator. The Predator brand is typically known for Acer's sort of like gaming range, so typically like laptops and things like that. But this is, as I say, the first Predator tablet. So let's just try and stab our way into the box here and actually take a look at it. Keys at the ready, because as usual I've bitten my fingernails to the crawl. Right, let's get this bad boy open. So a little bit about it. It's an 8-inch Android tablet. So if you're invested in the Android ecosystem, got plenty of Android games. This will hopefully be a good way to get stuck into them. Let's get rid of all the packaging. Okay, so if we slip this out, there we go. So this is the Predator box here, and there is the tablet. So as you can see, quite a funky design, bit different from your usual tablet. You can tell straight off it's gaming style-y, because for a start you've got these funky little speakers on each corner, and yeah, no, it looks like quite an interesting device. Obviously, very different from your typical Android tab. So there's the back of it. I think you can get it in a soft touch finish as well, but at the very least you've got these soft grippy bits at the side here, so hopefully it should be pretty easy to keep a hold of when you're gaming on the go. Nice sort of sleek silvery finish. That feels plastic, but it also feels pretty sturdy, to be fair. So it's a 199 tablet, £199, so not expecting sort of top end specs or design, but certainly should do the job for Android gaming. So let's get that off and let's have a look at the actual tablet itself. So let's try and get it started up actually. Hopefully it'll have some charge in it and then we'll at least be able to take a look. Yeah, it's vibrating away. There we go. So that's now loading up. In the meantime, let's take a look at the design itself. So as you can see on the bottom edge here, you've got a nice memory card slot to expand the 32 gigs of onboard storage. Flip it over onto the left hand side, you got your micro USB port. Sadly it's not Type-C, fully reversible, but hey, we'll let them off. Headphone port as well. Flip onto the top, you've got power and volume buttons. This thing is vibrating like a mofo. I'm not entirely sure what it's doing, but okay. Android is now starting up. And then on the right hand side, nice and clean, nothing there. So yeah, so it's sort of typically designed to be held in landscape modes to do your gaming. But of course, if you do want to hold it in portrait mode, maybe you just want to do a quick bit of web browser or something like that, it's nice and easy to clutch. It's an 8-inch screen and everything. So same sort of size as the iPad mini, but in a more condensed form in terms of width. So it's not quite a square aspect ratio, which is definitely better suited for media and games. So this is obviously the Android startup. Let's just skip through all this so we can actually get into the interface. Skip the screen lock. Yeah, don't care about that. Blah 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 blah. Yes, I'll help Android. Oh, the usual is legal stuff. Yes, signing away your life. Create an Acer ID if you want. I'm obviously not going to do that just yet. Okay, that's all fine. Right, it's now set up and easy and ready to use. That was easy. So as you can see from the start there, typical Android interface, reminds me of the likes of the Nvidia Shield and stuff. You've got your main app shortcuts down the right hand side there, and then your typical desktops, which you can obviously populate with apps of your choosing. So if we tap this, we go into all the apps that are pre-installed. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of Acer stuff on here already. So yeah, as you can see, your Acer Files, Music, Photo, the Acer Portal, which is a general online interface. Asphalt 8 comes pre-installed with it. That's a free game, but I believe I read on the front of the box here that you get, what is it, $50 worth of credits for Asphalt 8. So even if you're crap like me, you can probably unlock all the good stuff right from the bat. Easy Gadget, what's this bad boy? Okay, yeah, access all of those awesome apps like the calculator, which you'll obviously be using a lot. Right off the bat, Easy Snap, Tasker. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of crapware, you might dub it, if you're not being particularly nice. And then let's have a look on the Games Shop. So this is a Gameloft game shop, so this will obviously have easy access to all the Gameloft titles if you want to get stuck into that. Or of course, you've got full Play Store support as well, so you can go on there and get all your games on the go from that. Obviously, you have to sign into the Wi-Fi and to your Google Play account in order to do that. Media Master, let's take a look at this. So choose your favorite mode to get the most out of your device, or create personalized settings. So I'm assuming this is to do with like display, audio, all that kind of thing. So if you go into game mode, that presumably bumps it. I'm not sure if you can actually tweak the display settings. There's a TFT screen. As you can see, it's pretty colourful. Just for the start. Viewing angles, not amazing, not too bad. I mean, to be fair, if you're using it for gaming, you're going to be holding it straight on anyway. And in terms of general brightness, let's see how far we can boost it. So if we go into the display, brightness level, so you get it pretty bright. I mean, even against the pretty bright studio lights here, that shouldn't be a problem to view. Seems to be countering the glare quite nicely. You've got a few other extra little options like blue light shields. Don't know what that is, to be honest. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, so as you can see, it's your standard Android machine anyway. If we go into settings, it didn't actually say what version of Android it was running in the spec sheet, but as you can see, it's 5.1 Lollipop. I'm sure it'll get an upgrade to Marshmallow in the new year. So what else is there to say? Well, it's got an Intel Atom X7 processor inside. I believe it's a quad-core processor. So just having a quick zip around, it certainly seems smooth enough. I haven't noticed any stuttering so far. Obviously, once it connects to Wi-Fi, it starts updating apps and all that kind of thing. We'll see how it truly runs, and we'll be testing lots of games on it as well to see how it handles the very latest intensive 3D action masterpieces. I think it's 2 gigs of RAM inside it. So again, that should hopefully keep things running nice and smooth. And you've got, I believe it's 32 gigabytes of storage space inside as well, obviously expandable via that memory card slot as well. So that means you should have plenty of room for carrying around tons of games and media and stuff. Yeah, as you can see, there's only 21 gigs available off the bat, because obviously there's quite a lot of stuff already installed on it. But you should be able to hopefully uninstall any stuff that you don't want in order to free up a bit of extra space. One of the other, obviously, the big standout features of the Acer Predator tablet are the 4 speakers, one in each corner there, which Acer is very cutely dubbing Quad-Audio. Get it? Yeah? Quad-Audio? Yeah? Excellent. So those will be good for annoying the piss out of everyone on your bus or train if you can't be asked to plug in any headphones. We had a quick blast with them just now, and they're absolutely fine. You know, they're not particularly going to melt your face off or anything like that, but they'll certainly do the job for a game or a movie, as I say, if you don't want to be wearing the headphones. And there's also obviously a front-facing camera and a rear-facing camera as well. Didn't actually say in the spec sheet what megapixel the rear-facing camera was, but the front face was a 2 megapixel apparently. So if we just okay, so that's the rear-facing camera. I mean, to be honest, if you use this to take photos with, then we can't advocate that, frankly. But there's the front facer, which you hopefully see all right. It looks a little bit grainy, but to be honest, it'll be perfectly fine for Skyping, all the rest of it. If you want to get on the blow to your mates and take the piss about how you absolutely thrashed them at the Candy Crush Saga. So first impressions, certainly for a £199 tablet, it seems pretty solid, seems nicely constructed, certainly something a bit different. Be very interested to see how the Intel Atom processor handles the latest games. Hopefully that'll run nice and smoothly. I forgot to mention the 8-inch screen. It's a 1920 by 1200 display, so it certainly looks nice and sharp from this. If you're getting nice and close, you can see it's very hard to make out individual pixels. You can just about make it out on the edges of some of the icons. But yeah, certainly seems to be doing the job. So you can pick this up right now, £199 from the likes of Currys and PC World here in the UK. And I think it's $299 in the US. And let's just have a quick look in the rest of the box as well while we're here, since this is an unboxing video, obviously. So we've got Predator, I'm assuming this is manuals and such forth. Yeah, like we need that. We are all experts here. This is obviously the adapter stuff, so you've got plug-in USB adapter. That's good. You've got a couple of different adapter heads. So we've got looks like European and UK, and of course the USB cable. No headphones or anything in the box, but to be honest, bundled headphones are usually shit anyway, so that's perfectly fine by us. So that's the Acer Predator tablet. We'll be giving it a thorough testing out over the Christmas. Look at that, beautifully packed back together. Yes, just like new. We'll be giving a full review of the Christmas period, so stay tuned for that. And cheers for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.